Hi everyone and welcome to this new episode of Data Science at Scale with VerticaPy. Spartacally speaking, we all know the complexity of data preparation. Finding the features we need to solve different problematics can be complex, specifically when we work with users' interactions. Sessionization is a key process for data preparation. Users might have different behavior at different moments, and we want to know when we should strike for them to book. Gathering each click collections and creating a unique identifier for those might be challenging. Let's see how sessionization might solve this problem. The sessionization process can order a sequence of actions or requests made by an individual user during the course of an interaction, as part of a series of transactions made available. Let's take the example of a booking website. A user connects to the system and he looks at different moments, different hotels, web pages, until he decides to book. During that day, he might try to find what he judges as the best offer. He has a budget and he wants to go to a specific destination. Each user will try to find pros and cons before booking. The user might be excited at a specific time, but if we let the time goes on, he might lose his excitement, and we can lose him. We need to understand for each interaction the user needs in order to recommend the deal he is willing to accept. Let's take the following situation. The user connected to a system at 11 a.m. to finish at 11:30. He clicked a total of 3 times, of which 2 are on page A. He clicked at 2 p.m. another time at page A. And finally he clicked 4 times at 8 p.m. before booking the hotel A. We can segment these interactions into 3 different sessions. Indeed, the time interval between the 3rd click and the 4th click is greater than 30 minutes. 2 hours 30 minutes of inactivity is a lot. The user might think about the offer the entire day and he might look if it is still available. The 4th click shows a unique interaction the afternoon before getting back to the system during night. We can then define 2 other sessions. For the last session, the user decided to book and he looked at 3 different hotels before booking the hotel A. We can see that he was comparing the different hotels to book the one he preferred. We can easily understand the importance of cutting user interactions into sessions. This way, we might be able to drive the user to an optimal offer. Building sessions might be challenging and it requires many steps. Let's consider the following dataset where for each user ID, we have the time of the interaction. We can compute delta t, which is the difference between the current time and the previous one, and get a series of numbers representing the number of minutes elapsed since the last interaction. We can look if this new feature is greater than a specific number. We must over time consider 30 minutes because of field knowledge, but it can be changed easily to fit the use case. We need to cast this feature to integer and compute the cumulative sum of this feature. We can see that without optimization it can become a very expensive operation. Let's see how to build this feature using SQL. This feature needs a nested query involving many advanced analytical functions. We can see the rows clause to compute moving windows. In Vertica, it is much simpler as it will involve one optimized function called conditional true event. It allows to create much more than sessionization, as we can add as many conditions we want. It will be even simpler in VerticaPy. To understand how to do sessionization in VerticaPy, let's use VerticaPy and Jupyter to see how to do sessionization. We will see how: creating a database connection, ingesting a dataset, pre-processing the data using sessionization. Let's go! Let's use Jupyter Notebook to illustrate this topic. We will use the Expedia dataset, which is available in Kaggle. This dataset is quite interesting to work on hotel recommendations. We have a target, hotel cluster, which is representing the hotel page the user is looking at. We have also all the information about the user search. If you want to know more about this dataset, it is used on another video focused on data re-identification. Let's load the VerticaPy package and its SQL extension. VerticaPy, it is possible to work both in Python and SQL. All the computations are pushed to Vertica. Be sure to have the same or an upper version to avoid compatibility issues. Let's create a new schema for this study. We will name it Expedia. Let's load the Expedia dataset in the Vertica database. We use the readCSV function with the parameter parse n lines to only parse few lines for type identification. After guessing the different data types, it will ingest the entire dataset. This dataset includes more than 40,000 users. The Sessionize method will create the different user session. We will use a threshold of 30 minutes. We can see how it is easy to build sessions in VerticaPy. The function Sessionize is using some intuitive parameters. The datetime, TS, the elements in the partition represented by the parameter by, and the threshold, session threshold. Let's explore and understand the user session. The user 7 is quite interesting. He has 3 main sessions. The first one focused on Hotel 64. But it seems that afterwards, he looked 2 weeks after to another hotel, the Hotel 5. Finally, 2 weeks later, he looked again at Hotel 5 to book it. It shows a user who planned his trip a month ago. We can see that between session 1 and 2, we could have influenced him to book Hotel 64. Understanding sessions is very important to create a recommendation system. Using VerticaPy, it is easy to build advanced analytical features and to interact between SQL and Python. Look at the website on the example section to look at more examples. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, subscribe to the VerticaPy channel in LinkedIn. Visit our GitHub page and add a star to a project. Learn more by visiting our website at vertica.com/python. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel. See you soon for another video.